Hello everyone, hello and welcome to a very special episode of Let's Play Resident Evil Code Veronica X. I am the Black Shadow, and the time has finally drawn upon us, folks. Ugh, get my words together. Here we are then, Code Veronica X. We've done the main game, we've done the battle game, we've taken on all chapters including Wesker's, and defeated it. However, there is still one thing left to be done, folks, and that is the A rank playthrough. Not an easy task by any stretch of it, but there's harder sort of speedrun tasks and achievements to be done in video games than this one. It is not the hardest, although the time limit is still pretty strict, folks. A whole 4.5 hours for the PAL versions, 3 hours 45 minutes, I believe, for the NTSC versions of this game. Also, I've heard. Although I'm pretty sure it's the 4.5 hour mark for the remastered version, one way or the other. But don't quote me on that number. Now, before we actually do begin the playthrough, folks, we've got a long old stint ahead of us here. There is a couple of things that do need addressing before we start with this. Now, the first thing is the conditions for the A rank run through. I suppose it's a good place to start, isn't it, folks? Now, for the I'm going to put options just so I don't have to keep pressing buttons. Now, the requirements for the A rank run through are pretty straightforward. First of all, you must beat the time limit, which I've said for, well, this is the PAL version at least. So for this is 4.5 hours. And I'm assuming that's what the remastered version goes by, the same stuff as everyone else. You cannot use any first aid sprays, which I had mentioned during the LP. And also, you cannot save your game, bar for the one mid-game save that the game will offer you. After defeating the tyrants on the seaplane, you get a chance to make one mid-save. That is the only save you are allowed in the entire game. You must do everything else without fail. You cannot die, no retries, no saves, nothing. All in one go, more or less. Which, oh dear, sorry. Which brings me very nicely onto the second thing I must bring up. And it is something that if you trawl around the internet, you do see quite a lot of, folks. Pausing. Now, it's all great, all well and good doing these speedruns, folks, but in some games, you have ways of pausing the game so that the internal game clock can stop. So if you need to go away, do something, if you need to just clear your head for a moment, you can do that. Now, does Code Veronica X have that same function? You will see some people say yes, you will see some people say no. So do they? Well, there is one piece of evidence that I will show you guys as to whether can you pause in this game or not. And I'm going to show it to you right now just to get this over and done with. And it's on the battle game, folks.
Resident Evil.
Whoa, crumbs. It's on the battle game, folks. And it's something that I did show as well earlier on in the battle game videos, earlier on in this LP, folks. Just select whoever, it doesn't really matter. I'll show first and person half, why not? I haven't actually done that yet in this LP. Oh, it's the entire game's in first person. Oh, okay then. Ooh, holy crap! Die. Yeah, very good. So, can you pause the game? Well, first of all, option menu, timer keeps going. If I go into the inventory menu, timer keeps going. So, can you pause or not? Just shoot them because I can. Ooh, that's dodgy. Let's get all these zombies out of the way just so I can talk properly. Well, there is one other way of pausing the game, folks. And that is it's kind of like the old soft reset, folks. And there's, if you hold like the 4 shoulder buttons and press start and select, you can bring up this menu. Pause. Now paused. A pause menu, seemingly. Does it pause the game? Well, seeing as the timer keeps going, folks, I would suggest not. You can see clearly there, it's still going on, even through time, folks. So, as far as I'm concerned, No, you cannot pause this game, folks. It is not possible. Which does cause its own problems. I need to restart the game. Oh, I nearly ripped my head off my headset. So if I expertly use my foot, there we go, because I can't reach the controller from the console where I'm sitting. There we are. So as you see, it's only it's PS2 version. So, judging by that, folks, on the battle game you can't pause by using that method. So what I would say to people who still say you can is, if you can't during the battle game, why on earth would it be any different for the main game, folks? As far as I'm concerned, that proves with me, without many shadows of a doubt, that you cannot pause during the main game either. I could go and test it. I could go to final boss and leave the game on that pause overnight, come back, finish it off and see where I get to, but that's a waste of electricity, folks. We're trying to save the Earth here. I'm pretty confident in saying you cannot pause the game. And that does cause problems. Because, alright, not saving, alright, that's not ideal. But not pausing either? You got to do it in two stretches, say? Suddenly, this gets a lot tougher, folks. A lot tougher. It is simply a case that, there's not much you can do about it. I have heard in the GameCube version, folks, if you were to lift up your disc tray and open it up while the game's still playing, I have heard that does actually pause the in-game timer. But I've never actually played the GameCube version, and also you're more than likely going to be doing this on the remastered version, folks, and you don't have access to that either, so not a lot of use, unfortunately. So you've got no choice but to do this game in 2 stints, folks. The fact as well that you cannot pause does mean that you might have some difficulties in, say, for those of you who are following along, perhaps playing the game while this is on. Not the easiest of tasks, folks, to be fair, but, some people might do it, some people might not. And, I'm here to help you guys in every way, shape I can. I mean, I would possibly even suggest, for some people, just making a few notes, The prison area is pretty straightforward. There's only one thing you can do, but it's once you come out of there and you start going to, the palace and the train facility and that sort of thing, where there's suddenly a few available to you. What's the quickest? What's the most efficient? What do you need? What don't you need? How can you get there the fastest? That is what this is about, and hopefully I will be able to convey that to you as well as I can. We will do it in under 4.5 hours, and it will give you the tools required to enable you to do the same. So, that's all the preamble, folks. There isn't much else talking to be done. Like I said, you can't save, you can't stop. You've got to go from the start of the game all the way to the tyrant boss fight in one go, which isn't too bad, actually. It's not that far. The harder part is the second half, folks. Going from the tyrant boss fight all the way to the end game. That is a long trek, folks. But I can only hope that I'll be able to help you, so I invite you to sit down, get yourself comfortable, make yourself a drink, get something to eat, get whatever you need to be done ready. So if you're playing this along at the same time, you make sure you are ready for a long haul. You've got a couple hours where you're not expecting anyone. You got them free to do whatever you wish, so you can sit down and do this. Let us begin.
Resident Evil.
Now, one of the major things, well, that I'll be doing, which I didn't do in the main game, and that you should exploit, is skip every cutscene you physically can. Press the select button. About 5 minutes saved there already. Right, so here we go. So, playing manual, use that just to get this out of the frickin' way. No, not a good start. Okay. No, not ideal. Game, please let me select my lighter. Not a good start, eh? Again, just skip everything. Now, 4.5 hours, as I've said, it does give you a tiny bit of leeway. Not a lot, but a little bit. Okay, so we got that. We've got the knife, which we will be needing, certainly. So let's get going. There's a green herb in the cell, but I'm not going to get it right now. If you need to get it later, I'll get it later, but I'm not too concerned at the moment. Oh, handgun ammo. And I've got my, and just so you know, I've also got my little timer running as well at home. which is something I would certainly advise you guys to do. Have a little stopwatch review on your phone or whatever, and have that running in with you as well, just to give yourself a little check of roughly where you are and what you're doing. Unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do about these door opening sequences, the heartbeat sequences. You can't skip those, unfortunately, which sucks. Right, knife. Okay then, well, here we go then. First enemies, folks. And again, just skip everything. Right, best thing to do is just probably here. You're better off just trying to run past. If you get grabbed, you get grabbed. So be it. But you don't want to be sitting there fighting. Fighting is usually one of the slowest ways of getting about. Custom handgun can change that around a bit, but until then, folks. Right, handgun. Thank you very much, Steve, for taking pot shots at me. Combine that up. Very nice, lovely. Now we'll proceed onwards, folks. First optional bit here. You will come across several areas where you will have to decide whether you do or do not want to enter, folks. The first one is here with the M100Ps. I'm going to take them because it's not a lot of time spent, and they're quite useful, very powerful actually. Right, I want to kill this guy as well while I'm here, because it will just again make our life a little bit easier. Grab the handgun ammo up here. Lovely. Right, we're heading to here then. And I've just realised I forgot to check the kitchen. Oops, never mind. Files, not important. Don't bother with them. Right, but before we get the M100Ps, check the dead guy down here. Extra handgun rounds, very good. You won't need to grab hold of everything, but stuff like that, it's nice and easy to reach. Not a problem. I don't see a lot of harm in it. Next cutscene, you can't skip this one unfortunately, but it's pretty short. Down that guy, lovely. You know, we're not very often after killing these things, just downing them is the main thing. That's the main task we're after. Oh, whoops. Okay, right, where's this guy? Don't know. Oh, that was a bit poor. Get off. That wasn't very good effort, folks. I do apologise. Right, so... See, we're only just up to about 4 minutes, actually, into the actual run-through, folks, so we're doing alright. Oh, shit! Wasn't expecting you. And no, I didn't think there was anything in there. Right. Now, again, I don't mind getting grabbed. If you don't get bitten, you don't take much damage. If any at all. So it's not too bad. Okay, now while I'm up here, I'm going to grab the herbs down this end, just so we've got a little bit of health with us, folks. Just as a, just in case sort of thing. Oh, there's only the one herb. I thought it was two. My bad. Can't skip that, unfortunately, but again, it's not very short. There are a couple of the longer cutscenes that you can't skip, mainly towards the end, but even so. Yeah, dead body, get taken away. Yummy! Just what we always wanted. Freaks. Mosey on around. Like I said, the prison's nice and easy actually, because there's only one way you can go. It's a nice straight line. It's just a matter of doing it quickly. Once you get outside, it's a bit of a different kettle of fish. Go. Lovely. Reloading. That guy's going to bash on the wall. Not going to care. Oh, goodness. They never stop, do they? They just... Ugh. Annoying little creatures they are. Alright, so we're heading to here. It's our old pals, the security boxes. Oh, wonderful. Right, so again, just dump all your metallic stuff, which remember as well is also your lighter. So be sure to drop that off as well. Otherwise it's more time wasted. Head past, very good. Now, remember, we don't need to worry about first aid sprays or anything like that. But I'm going to pick these up here, and the idea is that I'm going to put these straight into... Well, I want to set... Well, we need to set off the... Need to set off the alarms, actually. Just to make sure zombies don't bust through the windows. So it shuts those down, so they don't try any funny games. And also, the idea here as well is that I want to... put these into the actual security box, just so they're a bit easier to grab. The flame rounds I don't care about so much. The bow gas rounds is what we're after. They're the important ones. Right, don't need that notice. Yep, Steve, checking out both Chris and Claire's backside. Goodness sakes. That releases the lock device for back outside, so we will proceed onwards. Right. Switch. Is it later on that I have to do that? Not this one. I might be being a bit forgetful there. I think actually, speaking of it, it's actually you need to do that when you're like cutting the alloy. Actually, thinking about it, I could be wrong. Never mind. Right, M100Ps. Actually, no. Put those away. Grab that, and that. Leave the 100Ps in here for a little bit because I don't need them right now. Come on, game. Please be a little bit faster. Right, so we need to open the switch, which results in us getting ambushed. Now we shoot that just to open up a bit of a gateway for us there. Take the extinguisher, which of course we need. Take that zombie down, and I'm just going to run past these. You know, we don't need to engage what we don't have to engage. Though actually thinking about it, I could have done actually... Ah, crumbs. Right, first mistake there. That's going to cost me a few seconds. Need to head in there, don't I? Because there's a padlock key somewhere, which I believe is inside, which I kind of need to use. That's not a good time to get a text. I don't even know who that is. Oh, I know who it is. Something about Tuesday. It's not a good time to be looking at this, folks. Do apologise. I got the key, so we need to go back on ourselves. So that means that we can open that gate, which will save us a bit of time later on. Get attacked by the dogs, but, you know, as long as you just weave in and out a little bit, they can't really do much to you. Ooh, that was close though. Weave around a little bit. Lovely. There you go. Nice what you said. What does it say here? Cool. Lovely. 17 on Tuesday. Very nice. Yummy! Idiots. Right, so we got our fire extinguisher, so we need to waltz our way back through the graveyard. I kind of don't want to... Oh, yes. Dodge what you can. Oh, that was poor. Oh, that was a dodge. And ooh, some good dodging there. Some good dodging there. Want more of that one, Shadow. I'll use the extinguisher, which allows us to get hold of the dual lumen case. Inside of that, of course, lies our titanium alloy. No, it's not titanium. It's whatever kind of alloy it is. Push that. TG01 it's called, isn't it? That's it. The special alloy TT01. Don't care about the description. Go away. Right. So now we need to make our way back to the security box areas. Oh. Come on, Shadow. Oh, get away, you freaks. Unfortunately, this place is not easy for dodging. Oh, but I'll take that. There was a bit of extra width down the backside there. Bit of extra width that I didn't know was there, but I will happily accept that. Alright. Run on through here. Very good. And we're, what, on my account, we're 11 minutes in and we're almost already done with the prison. You know, when you really just book it, and you're very quick. You know, but I've not done really anything that I haven't actually done in the LP, folks, really. Bar reading and a couple of bits and pieces. There's not much else I haven't actually done, so you don't have to play necessarily that much differently. You just have to recognise what is and isn't important. And, you know, just whatever you do, don't be slow about it. Be very quick and efficient. There's only a couple things that I've not done. And they're very minor in all things.
Please deposit any metallic items you have.
Yeah, see, it's here where the zombies are bashing its windows. This is where we need to set them off. So if we put everything metallic down, which is all that. So it's this end now. We need to set off the alarm, or else zombies will burst through when we put the alloy through, which isn't good. We've got first aid spray there. Push the switch. I'm missing the emblem. Where's the emblem, folks? Where's the emblem? It's around here, isn't it? Oh, the emblem's back here in the desk, isn't it? Like I say, make little notes of these things and you won't forget them, like I'm slightly doing here. Luckily, all these things are not costing me much time, a few seconds at best, so we're, you know, again, 4.5 hours it's a little generous. It's not strict. You can afford the odd error here and there, but you need to try and keep them to a minimum. Right, so alarm's still going, so let's head back here. Put in our emblem, which of course is hiding under the desk. So that'll go in, that'll get scanned. Any cutscene, folks, that I don't skip is a cutscene that you can't skip. Just so you know. So that's scanned. Now we can put the TG01 onto this bit. That'll make our emblem. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Thanks. Duplication complete. Thank you. And then we get our special alloyed emblem. Very nice. And now it's at this point where the zombies would have broken through the windows if you don't put down the... oops. If you don't put down the shutters now, they'd have broken through now. But we had the shutters down, so they didn't. So that's all well and good. Take the metal items with you in the security box. I will do. MP100, that, and that. Take everything with us. Remember, you do want the fire extinguisher with you so you can get hold of the Magnum later on in the game. Because without that, then, you know, that is quite a useful little weapon. And now we want to get out of the prison, which, well, we're at the quarter-hour mark and we're on our way to leave the prison. You know, and again, not done anything particularly that I haven't done much of in the LP, just I've not dilly-dallied while doing it. Just get it. It's just knuckling down and getting on with it, really. Woo! That was not meant to be that close. Right, special emblem. Put that in. Unlocks the front door. 15 minutes and such, and we are out of the prison. Good start. Bit of lemonade. Never goes too far. Right. So now the question remains, and I know this is going to come to some people, is where do you go now? Because here you've got a bit of option. You can go to the airport. You can go to the the palace. You can also, if you want to, you can go to the military facility. Now I know in the LP I went to the military facility, but it isn't really the quickest way of doing things, folks. Probably a more quicker and efficient way is actually to head to the palace first. I would probably argue. So that's that. That health there, I will grab that. On the return trip here later on, when we head back here later on in the game, I'll grab those herbs. So we'll mosey on up here. And first stop is going to be the palace. We'll run past everything that I can see. Upstairs, there we go. If you can get Claire to press X on the stairs, even if the zombie's trying to grab you, they won't succeed, so you're okay. Dogs in here. And you see that little flicking thing that I did in the during the battle game, folks? It works. It really, really helps. It really does. Oh, now someone's... I don't want to give you my money! Stop trying to ring me! Look at... Goodness sakes. You see the problems that can occur sometimes, folks. Can't answer it. I'll call them back. Who's been ringing me at this time of day? That isn't going to ring me on my mobile. I mean, seriously. Welcome to the palace, folks. There is Mr. Ashford. Please call later. Please call later. Thanks. Right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to head into here. Again, this is another one of those optional things, but I don't see any harm. It's a few seconds to get hold of the dual looming case, which this one has got the bowgun rounds in. And also there's handgun bullets lying down here as well. Remember, you want this out so the bats can't touch you. There we go, and by that I mean the lighter. There you go, lovely. And we can get all of that dual looming case in a little bit while, and that will give us some of the bowgun rounds that we'll want for fighting the tyrant. Get that out. Give it a reload as well while we're there. Lovely. Right, we can't head to the back. I'll grab those handgun rounds in a moment when we come back down. We need to get hold of the code off of the security card up here first. Oh, goodness me. So we'll head inside. Quickly head over to the item box to put away stuff that we're not going to need. Do I want the knife on me? Not sure. For the time being, no, I'm going to have to take the knife off. The knife is an interesting one, folks. I mean, it can save you a bit of time. It can also cost you a bit of time. It's very hard sometimes to suggest whether it's a good item to have on you. Bit of a tough one. Take the ID card. The herb I'm going to leave. It's not doing any harm just leaving it there. There's plenty of health around as it is. Right, so let's head down here. Grab hold of our handgun rounds here as well. The code, what was it? Was it NTC0394, if I remember correctly? Awesome. I don't know how I remember that. I've got no idea. Yep. Enter the ID number. NTC 0394. So again, on my count, we're at about 20 minutes so far, which isn't too bad. Doing okay. Right, so that opens the back door. Yeah, discard that. Very good. Tons of zombies to deal with in here. Again, try and dodge what you can, but well, this isn't the easiest area for dodging, actually, by any stretch. Past. That's okay. That's not too bad. That guy on... Actually, that guy in there I can probably leave. I could try and kill him, but I could probably lure him out later, thinking about it. For when I need to get in, so it's not so bad. Okay, then. Head in here, grab our handgun rounds. Press the button, which will dim the lights. It will show the little scene. The first time we see Alfred and Alexia, the two little ones, pulling apart at the frickin' thing. Yeah, don't care about that. We can't take the Lugers, but we do need the steering wheel. So we'll grab that, and we will leave. I don't think there's anything else in this room. No. So we'll grab the steering wheels and leave. Or attempt to leave, I should say. Wander on past him. That was a little closer than I would have liked. Grab the red herb. There we go. Very nice. So now, obviously, we would now attempt to leave, but we can't. Because Steve ends up getting greedy and going for the gold Lugers, so we must now go and save him. Just trying to think ahead, folks, because after this, I want to head to the airport, because I want to head into the sub and get the side pack. Do I carry on through the airport, though? I can't... I'm not sure. Yep, Steve's suffering. And the ones you want are C and E and decide. Gold Lugers, he won't give it to us because he's a jerk. Leave. Isn't this fun? Right, wander on past him again. I don't like how close that is. It's not nice. Right, so we've got the steering wheel, folks. So the question now is, do we head down to the to the airport now or not? Alfred, yeah, introduction, takes shots at us, but he's fucking mental. I'm trying to think what happens down there is something. Oh, I know what we need. We do need to head down the airport. We will do that now. Now, tell what we'll do actually is I'm going to grab hold of the proof here while I'm on my journey, just so we can put that away and say that, yeah, we're done with that. So it's not a bad idea coming down this way first anyways, just to get hold of the side pack. Because the problem with the train facility, both as Chris and Claire, is that there's lots of items around and you can start running out of inventory space, which is a bad situation. Grab the handgun bullets. Oh, grab the palace mat, why not? Don't need to, but I will anyways. Some bowgun bolts there, but I'll grab those later. Put the steering wheel in, we'll turn it, and we'll proceed onwards to the airport, folks. Ooh, pretty good time. So, as I say, it's just a matter of just following what you're doing, folks. There's certain bits that I would probably advise not to bother with, as the game progresses, but like I say, generally it's roughly what I've done in the LP, just in a much swifter fashion than we managed. Head down here, make sure to turn around, grab Claire's side pack. I don't like though how it never actually shows up on the character. That's what I liked about earlier games. How you put on the side pack, you can actually see it on the side of the character. It's a nice touch. But unfortunately, it's one of the finer details which CVX did miss. Unfortunately. Down the ladder and up into the airport. An airport where we can probably avoid killing the large majority of stuff that's here. Or at least that's the aim. You just want to dodge as much stuff as you can, because it saves a bit of ammo and it just saves the time. Oh, thanks for the hanging rounds. Forgot those were there. Yoink. The zombies are pretty generally quite easy to dodge. A lot of the early stuff in the game is quite easy to dodge. Later on, oh yeah, bats. Pick the lighter. Just so we don't get caught up with them. Push the lift. Do it now. So that little grey crate that was there when Wesker arrives isn't there to start with. Okay then. Right, so there is the navy proof. Very good. So that's one down. Do it now. Get it over and done with. It's there. Also save a little bit of inventory space when we come down here later on. So now we've done this. Oh, major issues. Oh, yeah, wow. Not my finest hour of that. Okay, so now we've done that, now we want to head into the other side of the airport. What we want to do here is we want to open up the lift on the other side. Yes, plane, lovely. Is we got the lift on the other side of this area to raise, so we can get hold of our it's the silver car key, I believe it is. It's the biohazard one. So we can do more in the military facility without having to leave and come back, basically. At least that's the idea. Right, so move the lever. Remember, all the way up. All the way left. And it will stop for you automatically. Isn't that nice? Lovely. How are we doing? Just coming up to the half-hour mark. Which ain't too shabby, but wouldn't mind being a couple minutes less than what we are, but even so. Yeah. Move the lever. Angry sounds. Ambush. Now, unfortunately, there isn't a huge amount of stuff here that we can actually dodge. We are gonna have to kill probably a fair amount of it, unless I go all the way around. Can you? How about that? What a result! Dodge the lot. Okay then, folks, I was wrong. You go down that extreme right side, you can get out of there without fighting them. Although, to be fair, even if you got grabbed and even bitten once, maybe, it'd be a lot much quicker than standing and fighting. Wow, didn't think I'd get out of there without being attacked. That is a result. Thank you, game. Yeah, out of my way. Right, so that's all done. So now we want to, now we've got the biohazard key in hand, we now want to make our way to the training facility now. So it means that when the whole place gets locked down, when we like set off all the shutters and everything like that, we can actually carry on in the facility and basically do everything there in one go, which is a little bit more time efficient. Let that take us over yonder. Seems a bit weird, really, having a submarine that can only go up and down. Just seems a little bit unnecessary. Why don't we just have like a lift? Why a submarine? Never mind. Okay, so that's all done. So off to the trading facility. So I suppose if you're looking for the half point in the game, you're probably looking to do this in about hour half, 2 hours, somewhere around there. Hour half is probably what your target is. I would try not going too much further longer than that. If you do, then you're really starting to not give yourself much of a chance in the second half of the game, which is decidedly a bit harder. Oh, this could get interesting. Oh, yes, that'll do. Just about get past him. And that one, and that one. That's actually quite a good result. Sandworm, gulpworm even. Apologies. I'll use the right name for it one day, you never know. But again, ignore him. So that will take us into the training facility. Gonna head up and do this bit first. Well, we got a bit of inventory space. Right, bowgun. Thank you. I'll be taking that as a file. Yes, pass number. We know about that. Lovely. Can't get in. Guy gets attacked by Alwinoids. He's dead. But we can't get hold of the pass number until we proceed later on into the game.
Biohazard.
Yeah, biohazard containment. Thanks for that, game. Appreciate it. Actually, leave that red herb for the moment. No, I want to use a green herb. I'll grab that later. That's where we can get hold of the map for the place. That's a secure lock, or simple lock even. Stay down. Cheers. Right. Oh shit! I need the key for that, don't I? Do you not have that yet? Oh wait, that's what we get. Oh, oh yeah, we do that in the other place, don't we? My bad. Get this guy out of the way, so I can get hold of the green herb in here, which is what I wanted. Combine. Use the herb. There we go. Fine. That's all I really wanted, folks. I should have tried running around it, but I kind of got the trajectory a bit wrong. Yes, folks, so I forgot. The next thing we need to do is actually head in here first, so we can get hold of the special key. Slight mistake. But again, you know, if you're just doing that, but I mean, even if you do the odd slight mistake, as long as it doesn't cost you too much time, it's not too bad. There is room for error. Clear this room out. Nothing I could really do about that. Bowgun bolts. I'll start gathering these up now, actually. I don't mind. Wait. What do you think you're doing, sir? Clear the way through. More go gun bolts. Go gun bolts. Whatever you want to call them. arrows, metallic objects. Whatever. Kill that guy now. Lovely. Do you got anything on him? Don't know, don't care. Let's head on down this way. Oh, that's a bold dodge, that. That is a bold dodge. There's the one, possibly the one and only valve handle that you don't ever take with you in the Resident Evil series. Turns off the water. And that allows us access to the special warehousey key, which we need. No, this is the problem where there's zombies there. I need to draw them away. There we go, that'll do. Grab hold of that. So it doesn't hurt to do this little bit. Nothing left. There's nothing in any more of these lockers as far as I'm aware. So we'll get out of there. Pop down this left-hand side as well, for there are more bowgun arrows. Which it doesn't hurt to take some of these, actually, because we'll be needing them in a little bit later on, obviously, for combining with the explosive bowgun stuff. And also using it as well. There's the odd area here and there we can use it for, i.e. private residence. Head back into here. Open this up. And that gets us the bowgun stuff. Again, a little bit optional. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but it's the explosive bowgun bolts. They are very effective and will make the Tyrant fight in the plane a heck of a lot simpler, folks. So I'll roll with that. I think it's worth your time. Alright, combine those. Use the silver car key. Very good. Proceed onwards, and obviously the gate shuts behind us. There's Alfred luring us into his trap. Not a very good one, but well, that's okay. Alfred will take shots at us, but we can skip. Oh, set myself on fire. Well, I'd rather set myself on fire than get shot by that damn sniper rifle. That's not a lot of fun. And we'll hunt him down. More heartbeats. Very good. Well, I say that. Grab hold of all our supplies here. Handgun rounds. Times deux. That's French if you guys didn't know. For two. Of course you, I'm sure that most of you knew that. That's a bit condescending, I do apologise. Okay then, lovely. We have got the hemostat medicine, which of course Rodrigo will be needing. And a green herb to combine with our red. Very good. Lovely. Combine those. Combine... No, don't check it, Shadow, please. Combine that again. Right, I will sub out the handgun for the MP100 because we know what's coming up. Hemostat we don't need. Don't need both of those help with us either. We can drop one of those. Keep handgun bullets on us because there's always plenty of those to be grabbing hold of, and that's fine with me. That's all lovely. Because we, as I said, you guys know what's coming up next. MP100 it is. Dual wield all the way. Alfred drops the gate on us because he's a jerk. And his stupid little laugh. Something like that. That wasn't too bad, actually. Doesn't do my voice any good, though. Anytime, Claire, I am doing a speedrun of this game. Do not be afraid, my dear. For the Black Shadow is there to guide. Grab hold of our submachine guns. So we can give those to Steve. But of course, before we do that, folks, Bandersnatch fights! Drop on down. That was awfully close! There we go. That dealt with him enough. It's quite tough, actually. He's a bit tougher than some of the other Bandersnatches you may ever fight, actually, all things considered. Eventually, the game will unlock the doors for us. There we go. Takes a moment, but we get there. But that proved pretty easy. Head through here, tap another Bandersnatch, get saved by Steve. Head down, turntable. Alfred laughs at us again. What a freak. There's Steve again, ready to take on the world in place of Claire Redfield. This is me just giving you the idea of what's going on, what you're missing, just to keep you guys in track. Kick-ass time! Kill everything. Doesn't hurt to kill everything, actually, because whatever you don't kill, Claire does have to kill later on. And you've got this ammo is free, basically, folks, so just might as well kill everything now, so that Claire doesn't have to when she comes through later on. There we go, deals with those. How that doesn't set off that boiler, I may never know. Lovely, it's all that dealt with. Complete mess down here. Complete mess. Bit of fun, though. Right, get here. We'll head on through. Claire follows. Steve whines. We head up the elevator. So you see, the amount of time you save by skipping all these cutscenes, I mean, what, we're 43 minutes by my count. So, not doing too bad, actually. We're making good progress. Steve runs off because he's Steve, and we'll follow him through. Just a load of cutscenes here that we can just skip through, mainly. Otherwise, you'd spend about 15-20 minutes doing all of them. In fact, most of this whole little Steve section here is basically cutscenes. Fall down, get trapped by a rock. Steve's dad's come. Steve shoots dad. Tear. Which is that one. 2 cutscenes. Carry on with our lives. Okay, so now which way do we want to go? There's no point heading out to where the tank is, because it doesn't really... Though there is no point heading to where the tank is. Which is that down bit there, so the only other way to go is this way. Very good. Lovely, right. Take out these guys. Lovely. Do we want to head inside or not yet? No point heading in there yet. There's nothing really to be gained. We'll head up to the first floor first. Now this is where the experience comes... Oh, the second floor even. This is where, if you played this game a lot, you will know... Oh, crumbs, I left my wallet at my dad's, darn. That's what that call was earlier, folks, on the landline. Crumbs. Right, okay then. So we can't head that way yet. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, we do need to head down to the first floor so we can go back round to the front, can't we? Bah, damn. You made a slight error. Oh, we just need the blue card key. Where did we get the blue card key from? Is that in here? I don't think it is. No, but the emblem is. Right, now, there we go. So, slight error there. Slight error. So, we'll head into that way instead. Grab hold of our emblem. And then we want to walk back on ourselves. Now we want to head through here, past Steve. Well, he did just have to kill his dad. That's not great. Be like me killing my dad. It wouldn't be the greatest of things. Head through here. Ignore bowgun bolts because they're not important. And we're going to get attacked by dogs. And we'll then begin circling around process. Goatworm. Jackass. Whatever you want to call it. Use the, oh, am I not there? God darn it. Use that key there. Lovely. So that won't come down again. So now we've got the emblem. Now we want to swing on through to the whatchamacallit? The bit where Alfred was shooting at us, folks. We want to open that up with the emblem so we can get hold of blue car key. Dogs, go away. Our heading's a problem though, folks. Inventory space. Right. Optional choice here that I'm going to make. I'm going to do this as quickly as I can. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly wander on back here to the, also allows you to use this as well, so you can drop the biohazard card in a moment. Is I'm going to head this way, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly change my item box and my inventory out because it's getting a bit crowded again. You don't want to start getting caught out by it. It's very dangerous. Drop the Lugers, drop that for the handgun, health 2 cards, and I will grab the hemostatic medicine now. Got to think ahead here a little bit, folks, and if I grab the hemostatic medicine now, means again there's not a huge amount of backtracking that needs to be done later on. So it's just thinking ahead a bit. Yes, I'm sacrificing an item space, but considering that half of my inventory is key items that are going to get used pretty quickly, you know, it's not much of a worry. It shouldn't be an issue. I'll head on down here. Down my way. So head on here, climb down the ladder. Very good. Oh yeah, we don't need to use that yet, but we do need to use the blue card key here. Let's open this up. There we go, lovely. Swing on back up the stairs so we can get hold of the grenade launcher. There's no need to head into the room where you've got like the Glock 17 parts. All there is in there is some handgun ammo, and Chris can pick that up. No need to head in there, don't bother. Open it up, lovely. No need to carry on down this way either, because that doesn't go anywhere. Nothing important in here, except to grab hold of the grenade rounds, which, well, they're here, why not? There's no harm in it. Right, so with that done, now we need to swing all the way back through here so we can get to the elevator in the east. I got an itchy ear, not a good time for that. Grab the handgun rounds from inside the gargoyle's mouth while you're on your way. And we want to then take this up to the second floor. And we want to do this so that we can find what the passcode is on the skeleton picture, and then we can head into that room, get hold of the skeleton picture, and then take that to the picture puzzle room with the diorama and all that sort of stuff. Dead body. Great. Wonderful. Don't need that. Discard it. Was there anything up here? I think there was, wasn't there? There was like a bit of health or something. Wasn't there? Oh, grenade rounds. That's what it was. My bad. There we go. Lovely. I will actually put those into the gun soon enough. Just give me a second. Give me time, folks. Give me time. There's our army proof. Very good. Security monitor as well, which we want to use. Move the camera over so that you can zoom in onto the picture. Find the code, which is 1126. The room, coincidentally, finishes ventilating at exactly the same time. Isn't that strange? It's almost as if it's inviting you in, isn't it, folks? Oh, grab the health here while I'm here. Grab both, actually. Should have done this beforehand, because now the zombies are kind of up, or whatever. Ah! Yeah, a bit of a mistake, that. And now we want to head on back on ourselves, so that we can now head back up the stairs there. Use that now. Combine it into the grenade launcher. Ignore all the dogs, because they're not very important. Even that one there that tried to make it look like he was actually something, but he's not. He's pathetic. Ignore him. Alright, so swing on back through this way, so we can now open up the this card reader and open up this shutter for the second time. Don't need the biohazard card. Very good. We can ignore that. Anytime, Claire. Come on. Right, we'll swing in here now. So we can grab hold of our skeleton picture-y thing. One. Oh shit, wrong. 1, 1, 2, 6. Press. Well, I'm using PS controllers. Use the circle button, the B button, whatever button it is to for whatever console, just to stop the. Well, just to cancel that if you put it in wrong. Code. Quickly pop down this way to grab hold of the acid round sitting here. Very useful against certain freaking hunters, which I might well employ actually in this playthrough. Haven't decided yet. Skeleton picture, very good. Get us sorted by the albinoid, which we can't skip.
Emergency shutters will close. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Has anyone here actually ever been trapped by the shutter? I'd love to know if anyone here has ever managed to get trapped by this shutter, folks. Just because I'd love to know what actually happens if you ever get trapped by the shutter, folks. I assume like it just gets trapped and you're like, oh no, what will I do? And get like assaulted by like a zombie or something from behind. I'd love to know. I'd love to know. Or whatever. So do that then. That will sort out the times. Very good. Now we want to put the skeleton picture in. So the quickest way to do that is probably going to be going back this way. And heading back through this back path. It's probably the quickest way of getting back to the picture room. Can't guarantee that, but I would hazard that it probably is. Again, I'm not going to bother those bowgun rounds. You don't need that many bowgun rounds, folks. You need a few. That's about it. Steve has cleared away and obviously gone to bury his dad or something. Very noble of him. Zombies. Oh, we can run past them. Oh, that's okay then. That's a result. I didn't quite know where they'd be situated, but again, yeah, that's fine. Run past. So we can head in here. We can put in the skeleton picture for later on. And that allows us to get access to the gold key, which we need in the palace. Very nice. And so, with 57 minutes on the clock, we've now done everything that we need to do in the training facility. Which is pretty darn good. Wrong way. So now we've done that. We've done the training facility. We've got the gold key. We've got the crossbow. Well, we've got the crossbow. We've got the what else have we got? The bollocks. Shouldn't have grabbed the hemostat now. Actually, I just realised I grabbed that a bit earlier. Slight mistake there. Oh, why did I head in there? I'm trying to think aloud now while doing stuff. I'm making errors. Yeah, it was the hemostat. Didn't need the hemostat yet, actually. I was thinking I'd be going back to the prison a lot sooner than we actually are, folks. We've got to do the private residence first. Because we need to get hold of the second emblem, which we need the silver key for. So we can't do that bit yet. Bandersnatch attacks. Run past them. You don't have to fight them if you don't want to. It's not an imperative. Right, head on up here. Grab the green herb while I'm here. Why not? Right, okay then. So now we've got the gold lugers. Now you could do the gold key first. Do I need to do the gold key first? Not that I'm aware of. That was an incredibly close dodge. Shouldn't have been that close, to be fair. No, you don't need to do the. No, you don't need to do the gold key bits because that will give you the. Well, it'll give you a few bits and pieces, but not much. It'll give you like the queen ant, but that's about it. Right, we can put half of this away, put that away, put that away. Don't need the proof. Don't need the medicine, as it turned out. Don't need that. Don't need that. We do need the lugers. The gold key can be put away for the moment for the bowgun, and drop the 100, the handgun for the 100p's. Lovely. Do I need to do the gold key bit now? As far as I'm aware, you don't. You get an emblem, and you get the. You don't need anything. It's nothing that you need in here right now to get into the private residence. Pretty sure. Oh, what is it? No, I'm pretty sure we don't need to. Pretty sure. I'll head over here. Turn the computer on. Skip that little cutscene. So that turns on that, so we can put in the code. No, I don't remember the code off the top of my head. I don't remember it. Left, right, 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 right. Okay. So left, right. So 1, left, 9, 7. 1971, that's the code we're after. Couldn't remember off the top of my head, folks. But again, if you're looking for us, make a note of it, because you can just put the code straight in if you know it. 1971. Can't skip this code, this little cutscene, unfortunately. That sucks. What a strange family, folks. Prepare for a war. Kill that thing now. Get over and done with. Lovely. So now we can start making our way through into the private residence. Craziness, eh? Shadow. I'm trying desperately to think what I do and don't need. Swing past. This could be interesting. Oh yes, 2 dodges. Not a bad result. I'd do well to get past these, though. Oh, there you go. That's not too bad a result. We will head into our private residence. Probably the next thing to do. It's just constantly thinking and making sure. Is there something I've forgotten? Is it all right? Is it, you know, have I done everything I need to? Am I not making an error? Doing something that I shouldn't be doing? You know, there's loads to consider as you're doing this. Right, we'll head into this way first, just very briefly. Kill the Bandersnatch in here. Just to get hold of, well, there's some handgun rounds which I do want to get hold of, because, although we're doing a lot of dodging, and shooting is admittedly a bit, it can be a bit costly time-wise. It was incredible. No, not important. Okay. To be honest, though, it might be a bit slow some using the handgun. The custom handgun changed that, folks, because of the fact you can just shoot like 5-6 shots in a burst and then run forward. You don't lose a lot of time if you have to use that to break through. Therefore, it's not actually that bad a weapon to have with you on this for sort of speed running, if you will. Is there a red herb down here or something like that? No, 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 no. Okay. So quickly swing on up here. Again, lighter in hand, just so the bats don't bother you. And of course, second time round, there aren't any bats at all, so you don't even need lighter. Handgun rounds. Give me the handgun rounds. Don't need that first aid spray. Which does help save on inventory space, actually, a bit more than you'd realise sometimes. Does help. Scene where Alfred is dressing up like Alexia. Again. But actually, is there anything really that needs to be done in here? We need to get hold of the silver key. And to get hold of the silver key, we need to get hold of something in one of these rooms. So that we can, do what we need to do back in the prison. I'm just trying to think again what it is. We'll stop this now. go, lovely. Yeah, we don't have the queen then. That's what it is we need to do. Stop that, and that gives us the, there we are, that's what we needed. Silver key. Very good. That's all we actually need here, folks. We don't need anything else. We don't have to explore Alfred's room. It's not necessary. Just again, well, it is unnecessary. We're going to be heading in there later on anyway, so you know, don't worry about it. That's all we needed was the silver key. So with that, we can now leave. We've got the gold key as well, so we can explore all of the palace rooms in one go. So there's a bit of time saved there. And then from there, we can get hold of the emblem, which means we can then head back into the prison. Get hold of the handgun parts. Get hold of the piano roll, which we then bring back here. To get hold of the final army proof. To then take back to the airport and open that up. That was a bit close, but I tell you what, actually, playing this battle game with Wesker is actually helping a bit with this dodging. Oh, I didn't help much there. Oh, it helped there though. Ooh! There you go, folks. Practice the battle game. Good dodging skills. You need it for the Wesker's run. There you go. That was pretty good, actually. Taking a knock though, which is kind of annoying. Heal up. Lovely. Right, so I'm going to keep the 100p's with me now for the duration. And actually, I didn't need the bowgun with me, actually. I could have dropped that. Again, I'm thinking ahead, thinking of when we run to the private residences, we've got all those zombies in it and all that sort of stuff. But that's, again, not till later, so I didn't actually need those. But there was not really any time wasted, so... So we drop that for the gold key. Now we're going to want the hemostatic medicine when we head back. And that is everything we need, yes. Don't need any more. Okay then, so you've got all that, you've got your 2 keys, you've got your medicine, so you can get hold of the lockpick. Which, I know, strictly speaking, is optional, but it is in your best interest to do it. Sit down. I'm going to open this drop now with the silver key, so we can drop it downstairs. But I'm actually going to head into the room. You don't need to head into the room. There's nothing in there for you to actually get hold of, so... You know, there's no point actually heading into there until we actually get hold of the piano roll. Other than that, it's just like health and that, which we can get while we're there. So, save yourself some time. Don't bother. Right, so that's our silver key. So we'll do this one first. This has got our 2 Bandersnatchers in, so be warned. We'll get kind of nasty in here. Right, taking a couple hits, so now we'll swing across. And just unleash. There we go, that deals with all them, very nice. More handgun rounds, look at that, almost 200 shots, folks. And what that does, having not killed a lot of these enemies, is it gives you, again, more freedom later on. Once you get the custom handgun, if you don't think you can run past something, but you then, by all means, shoot your way through. Because the one problem, of course, of not using any first aid sprays is that health is a bit on the limited side, and that was shown in the main playthrough, folks. By the time we finished the game, by the time we finished the main game, folks, we didn't actually have any health left. I used all the herds up in the game, so you know, it's all well and good having the ammo, but health is probably more important. So we're heading to here. We'll do this puzzle now. So I've got to remember which way it is now. Oh my goodness me. That's number 1. I think. No, it's not. That's a lie. Can't remember the order now. Veronica's number 1. Then it's this one's number 2. Oh goodness me, who's 3 and 4? Can I remember? The candlestick is Alexander. We need to come here anyways to get hold of this. Okay, so what we got? Quickly. So Veronica 1. Stanley, a son. He's got a son. Yep, we know that. Okay, so it's the one with the teacup. Oh my goodness me. I can't remember now. Oh dear. Alright, so Veronica 1. That's number 2, the teacup. Number 3 is on the right side. It is not that one, I don't think. That's number 3. And then the other one is the last one with red hair, which must be this one, because it's the two red-haired sons. Reminds you of Kane and the Undertaker, that. Pole Bearer 1998, so that's number 4. This must be number 5, because it's the only one that's not accounted for. And then that is Alexander, number 6. And if I'm correct, this should be done. Yes! There we go, folks. Yeah, there was a lot of discussion over how to solve the two that I didn't really account for, and it did click to me, folks. The other son has to have red hair as well, doesn't he, as well? So, it kind of makes sense. And remember, check inside the ovenware vase. There's our queen ant. Lovely. Okay then, lovely. So that is the palace completed with at 1 hour 12. 1 minute 12, I wish. 1 hour 12, which again is not too shabby. That was dreadful, Shadow. What was that? That was quite embarrassing. Ugh. Yeah, do try and keep yourself in fine if you can, because it does help with mobility a bit, actually. And it does, it will shave a little bit of time off you, because you are a bit more mobile on fine than being on caution. You don't really notice it, but it does make a difference in the background, so just take my word for it. Okay, so we've done all that, so now that we've got hold of our emblem and hemostatic, now we want to head on back to the prison and to do all the stuff there. So we're going at a good rate here. We're probably looking at about 2 hours. There you go. There's exploiting its weak left side there, folks. Makes dodging a much easier task. But yeah, we're looking probably at a best part of about 2 hours for this first part of the game, which actually is pretty. That's all right. And I've liked maybe slightly shorter on my end. You guys might well make that, because I did make a couple of errors. Admittedly. A couple of mistakes that I did make. Not major ones, but mistakes nonetheless. Look at that, 31% on the health there. Or on the M100Ps. And 200 handgun bullets. We've got a lot more ammo than we actually managed during the main LP, folks. Which is quite a bonus, actually. I wasn't planning on it. Right, so we'll go down to Rodrigo and give him the lockpick, which, again, yes, it is optional, but it is in your best interest to do it. It will help you out to no avail. Oh, that was not very good. Oh, get out of the way. Not a lot I can do about that, folks. Ooh, that was pretty awful spawning of the zombies there. That was a bit unlucky. Right, I will happily blast through these guys with the M100s because they're pretty weak. There you go. And we don't have to worry about them on the way back now. But they're pretty weak anyways, those ones. They're deliberately weak because they're the first ones you fight, so you know, they made them a little bit weaker. Just so, you know, if you get ambushed and you starting the game, trying to knife them, it's not a completely impossible task. So we'll head back in here. We'll give Rodrigo his hemostatic medicine. Which you can eventually skip that scene. Get the lockpick. Very good. Now I'm going to quickly wander on back in here, grab our green herb that was sitting here from the start. Grab our 100 peas. And exit. Bye, Rodrigo. See you later on in the game. Right, so now that we've done that, now we need to, we've got the emblems, so we need to head back to the guillotine area to, explore the nasty doctor's area. Ooh. Don't fancy having to do this bit again. So just make your way over to the guillotine, buy the security boxes as quickly as you can. Not really a whole lot more to add, other than of course if you did open the padlock gate here, it makes life a lot easier and importantly a lot quicker. Honestly, folks, cutting that will probably save about a minute or so of your time, which when you've only got 4.5 hours is a fair amount. You're not dead. Oh, he is now. I think he's dead. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Lovely. Put our emblem in. Back away. Can't see what I'm doing too well here, but not worried. Oh shit, I'm out of ammo. Wasn't planning on that to be out of ammo. I didn't think that was going to happen. Well, that's caught me a bit by surprise. I've run out of ammo, really? Wow. Wasn't expecting that. It's going to cause some issues here. Oh no, we made it past. We're okay. Ran out of ammo. I didn't expect that to happen, folks. Very surprised. Huh. Why can I still hear crawling and shit? That I don't like that. Right, so that's that. We can drop that. Grab the Duralumine case. We can actually drop the Duralumine case. You don't need that right now. It's only got bow gunpowder in it. Nothing else here that you need. No, nothing else needed. Push it out the way to get hold of our flame rounds. And our gas rounds. The BOW gas rounds especially, we want to get hold of those. They'll be indispensable for the type boss fight, and it does make it a lot quicker too. The first fight, that is. Drop this zombie down here. Not interested in killing him, just drop him down nice and quickly. Get into the security box and pick up the 2 bits that we're after. Yeah. Lovely. Lovely. Get those and run away. Don't need the first aid spray, don't need the ink ribbons, nothing else here. Get those, run away. Nice and easy. Right, so we'll put those into the box. Again, we don't need those right now. Gosh, loads of ammo here. It's quite a handy bonus. Army proof. Don't really need to have it on us at the moment. There's not really a lot of point for that. I can't even justify sort of a bit of time saved with it either. So now we need to head into the depths of the little bit down here. You're not dead. You are now. Reload, come on, quickly. Let's kill that guy now, get him over and done with. Grab the green herb. There we go. Lots of green herbs, actually, which are actually quite useful for speedruns. Just having a few green herbs on you, so if you do take a bit of damage, you can just use one of those quickly and just keep yourself going. Oh yes, handgun rounds in here. Thank you, game. Handgun rounds. Grab those. Nothing else in here. First aid spray in the cabinet, but we can't use it. So just head straight into here, folks, which, if you remember from the main LP, quite dangerous. Quite a lot of enemies in here, so be very careful about that. Grab the red herb. And fire away. Is that dead? Okay, that's fine. I can... hopefully, I just want to dodge the rest of these. Should be able to dodge the rest of them. Oh, well, I say that. Well, at least dodge them until I can get hold of this. Then I don't really care about dodging them anymore. Right, so combine that with a green. Very good. Open this up with the lockpick. Get hold of our M93R parts. Very good. Combine that. Custom handgun. Super awesome. Brilliant weapon for speedruns. Because you can just do that and turn it. It just turns into almost a little submachine gun. Just fire away nice and quickly. 6 shots, burst through, and you're done. Don't have to worry about killing them half the time. And even if you do want to kill them, you can just drive ammo straight into them. It's a fantastic weapon for this, folks. It really is top drawer. Really, really superb weapon. And it'll be probably one of the main weapons I'm going to be using throughout this as well. Again, the Hair Doctor arises from his slumber. Starts chomping on that poor bastard right there, who immediately gets up to join the party. Oh gosh. Yeah, I got myself into a bit of a tangle there. Grab hold of the eye. I mean, look at that. It's so good, that. So good. Oh, man. Just gotta be careful you don't get too trigger happy with it, though, folks, because otherwise you will start using up a bit more ammo with that than you'd like. You know, make good use of it. Make really good use of it, but don't... It's knowing the boundary between making good use of it and overuse of it. It's a very fine line. Oh, green herb. Grab that while I'm here. Before all the bats start attacking me, or less. That one will attack me, but whatever. Hate these things. So proceed onwards as we're just coming up to about an hour 25. If you tell me that's not good, you are lying. So quick, so efficient. I mean, you're laughing, folks. You really are. It is so good for this. It is amazing. So much better than Leon's VP70 burst from RE2. So much better. This is probably one of my favourite weapons of the entire game. And possibly one of my more preferred weapons of the entire series. Great, grab all the rusted sword. Remember, folks, poison gas will start leaking, but it's not much of a problem. Push the turn thing around. Yeah, I'm not very in sync with this one. Whatever. Lovely. I shall show you the shield of justice. And you shall show me a sarcophagus as a result. Splack. Now remember, folks, walk away so that old Swordy here can't get hold of you. I could take him down, actually, but I can't be asked. And leave, and we're done. So that's the piano roll got on hold of at an hour 25. Now, you think back to the main LP, folks, it took us a long time to get here. We were a good few hours into the game, probably. This is like video 5, video 6, maybe? Something like that? I don't remember, actually. Piss off. Alright, so now we've got the piano roll. We're almost done, actually. We are almost done with this first part. All we've got to do now is to head back to the private residence to get hold of the, to use the piano roll to get hold of our final proof, the Air Force proof. Take all those proofs back to the airport. And then we've got to do the cool bits and pieces in there, fight the tyrant bosses, and then, well, fight him twice. And then we're done with the part, folks. We're actually pretty close. Going at a pretty good rate of knots, actually. That was awfully close. Didn't even realise he was there. But, well, I'm not complaining. In fact, yeah, just 127 I make it. Quick sip of drink. Run past that guy. And escape. I hope you guys are keeping up here, I really do. I'm going a little bit faster than I thought I would here. I thought I'd be a few minutes more than where I would be at the moment. Alright, this isn't anything particularly fast. This isn't going to win any speedrun awards, but it certainly will do for what we're after. So, up to here, and then back to the palace, back to the private residence, put the piano roll in, en route to get hold of both our objects. Oh, this is getting interesting. How? 1 dodge, 2 dodges, would you believe it? How have I managed that? How did I get through that? If you guys want to stand there and kill it with the handgun, I wouldn't blame you. Especially the custom handgun, because you can do it nice and quickly. No music indicates the arrival of shades.
Greetings.
Goodbye. There we go. That's the Wesker scene done with. Greetings. I am Albert Wesker. I have come to kill your brother, Cress. Right, so with that in hand, we then want to head into the room here, which I unlocked earlier, but didn't bother heading in because there wasn't really any point. Get hold of a few items that I'll get hold of now. Namely, handgun rounds, the bowgun bolts, and we'll put the piano roll in now. Grabbed a couple of green herbs here. Why not? This is all going to go, most of it, into the item box anyways, just in case we need it. Because I know we're speedrunning here, but I'm still inclined to take a bit of health with me. Weaponry, I can understand at times, but health, risky thing to leave sometimes. I wouldn't necessarily suggest collecting everything, but I suppose it comes down a bit to how adept are you to dodging all these zombies, I guess. I mean, I'm doing not too badly, actually, thinking about it. Right, so we'll head into here. Now we want to drop that. For that, I want the bowgun, take that with me. Dual-looming case, do that later. Drop some of this health, don't need that. Drop, 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 drop. 2 green herbs, we don't even need that. King ant object you need the queen ant object, and that is probably about everything you do need. Actually, thinking about it, no, I'm going to take the flame rounds with me. Bandersnatches, I'm thinking here. Because as we showed in the battle game, these things should die in one shot. So I'm happy to do this now. Now, I know the bowgun is not going to be quite as quick at killing stuff as the handgun. But the way I look at this, we've basically got to kill everything anyways. And the handgun ammo is far more useful at sort of like breaking the holes open and that sort of stuff and whatever. For what we're going to do, this is probably going to be a bit more efficient in the end. And just keep firing away. There we go. Very nice. There we go. Lovely. Job done. Very good. Don't want to use any more of those bowgun rounds though, folks, because we will need to be converting some of those into the explosive rounds, and I don't know if I may... If I run across any bowgun rounds en route, I'll pick them up, but I can't guarantee that I will. Oh, yes. This. One hit kill. It still works, folks. There we go. New way to take out the Bandersnatches. Single flame round. Bye! Right, now how much of this can we run past? But we can run past the first two. Don't think we can really get past any more than that though. We do have to run back down this way anyway, so might as well just kill them. You see how quick and efficient that the custom handgun makes this. So quick. 6 shots will down them and then finish them off when they're down. It's so quick. It's almost as fast as just running past. Just a beautiful, beautiful thing. Load. It's actually dead as well. That's a bonus. Look how good that is. Seriously, folks. Seriously. That is immense. Just exploit it. Oh no! I've gone the wrong way! Oh, we need to head to Alexi's first, didn't we? Not Alfred's. Ah! That's time wasted. That's going to cost us a few seconds. Not too bad, but, you know, I shouldn't really be making that mistake. It's not a mistake I should really be making, folks. That's I know it might only look at it's only 20, maybe 30 seconds, but, you know, it all adds up. You know, a speedrun's a speedrun. Yes, 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 Red Jewel. That gives us our music box plates, which now we need to take this into Alfred's. Even though I know that the little bit in the centre is actually a movable doorway, we can't use it. Because Claire doesn't know, because, well, she does. Gosh, I love this music so much. So sinister and creepy. Sums up the Ashfords pretty well, actually. Complete frickin' nut jobs, that's what they are. There we go, that's that. We can put our music box plate inside. Do do do, ring, do 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 do. Bring my ladder down for me to continue you this playthrough. Sorry about that. That wasn't very good. But I don't know, actually. I've heard worse things on the internet. Anyways, up to the ladder. So we want to nice and quickly swing around the left side so we can get hold of our ant object, dragonfly object, wing object, silver dragonfly, whatever name it goes by these days. Still love this music, folks. I can't remember what it was. It came up in the comments actually during the LP. What this was? It was Nibelheim, Final Fantasy VII. That's what it reminded us. I knew there was something Sephiroth about it. It's sort of an awfully familiar sound. So it's the mansion where Sephiroth finds out that he was. Actually, I shouldn't say that because that's a spoiler one. But it's in the mansion there. For those who haven't played the game, and I'll be LPing that one day anyways. It's for the end, the mansion down there, and there's like underneath, there's some pretty cool music. It sounds a bit similar to this. Lovely. Right, we'll head over here, push this box across immediately, so that we can get hold of a file, and more importantly underneath it, the final Air Force proof. Well, the final Army proof, which is the Air Force proof. Air Force proof, lovely. And with that, now you can leave. Is there anything else here that we can grab while we're here? Any ammo? Anything like that? No? No? Okay then, fine. Let's get out of here. And climb down the ladder. And now we need to make our way to the airport as quickly as we physically can. Get attacked by Alexia. Steve comes in, saves the day, gets shot in the arm, but it's obviously a flesh wound because there's no blood. Come in here, inspect Wig. Alfred attacks. He's a freaking psycho. Activate self-destruct sequence. Let's get off the base. I love summarising this. This is great fun. I'm enjoying this. And now the long old mosey trip back. Oh, the zombies do stay here that you don't kill. I didn't know if they did or not. I really wasn't sure. Now, can I walk down, or are they already starting climb? Well, I can walk down. Well, this could get interesting. Oh, what a dodge! That was very, very close. Goodness sakes, that was closer than it was meant to have been. Good lord. That was very close. And we're out of here, folks. Lovely. Not much in the way of stuff that we have to fight now, really, to the end. All we've really got to do is just run as quickly as we can. There's nothing left really for us to fight, actually, thinking about it. Bar, obviously, the Tyrant fights, but I mean, outside of the Tyrant fights, I don't think there's really any enemies that we need to take on anyhow now. I don't think so. No, not that comes to mind. So we'll quickly get back to the item box, pick up all the stuff that you need for the end of the game. Mainly speaking, army proof, grenade launcher with explosive rounds, or the grenade rounds and that. We don't need the bow gun, that can go away. Health, you don't need much health with you actually, because you shouldn't be taking much damage. Combine that up and we're good to go. The flame rounds, I'll put those down later, but I'm not going to do it now. Just make sure you got your 3 proofs with you, so that you're ready to go. And the grenade launcher doesn't hurt having hold of that too. Miserable specimens. Come on, game, anytime, please. Head down here.
Claire!
Steve tells us to go to the airport. Suddenly he's taking charge. Epic escape music starts playing. Yet another self-destruct sequence. Courtesy of Capcom.
We gotta get to that airport.
Yeah. Well, get us to the airport then, damn you. Get us there! Because I can't skip the cutscene. Which calls for a drink. That's all the drink on now. Well, for this. Anytime, Steve. Now, come on. I'm out of 41 here. I wanna get this and cut this under 2 hours. If I can cut this under 2 hours, then we're not doing too badly, actually. I'd have liked a little bit more time on my side, but 2 hours for the first part. It's workable. It's not fantastic, but it's workable.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate.
So, head into here. We've got our Air Force proofs. We need to put those in so we can get into the airport, get hold of the control lever for the bridge. How did I just walk past that? He didn't even know. It was damned. It was like in Dream Street. Completely gormless. Well, I know zombies aren't necessarily the most perceptive for things anyways, but that's beside the point. There we go. The Air Force proof. Army proof. Superb. Yeah, controls. Push it from the lift. Let's head inside. Head to here. Head to here. Come on, hurry up. Grab hold of the control lever. Steve says you can't go without raising the bridge, which is very true, but I wish he wouldn't tell me that because it's freaking obvious. But never mind. Control lever. Let's raise our bridge. Let's raise our bridge. That could be horribly misconstrued.
The self-destruct system has been
Moving on. Let's get to the other side of the damn airport. Past the zombie. Past the zombie. Past the zombie. Make it 3 in a row. Yes, we can very easily. Wasn't even that last one. I was scared. I didn't know quite where he'd be. You need a bit of luck with that, I suppose. But he was down the side. He was easy. So make our way across. Now, obviously, I didn't kill any of the zombies in here. However, it's not a problem because they all stick on the little lift bit though. So you don't have to worry about that. I'm hungry. So place the control lever in, which is very good. Raise the lever. Up comes the bridge, which you can't skip, annoyingly. There's quite a few little bits and pieces here that you can't skip. Some of them you can, but you'd be surprised what you can't. Head into here. We need to get in here to grab hold of the shutter key, so that we can then actually escape. So just head over here quickly. Grab it off the dead guy, who luckily won't get out and bite us. Nicely. Doing 145. Right, so wander on over here. goodness. Drop down the lift. Head into here. Raise the control panel. Do that. While I'm here, I'm just going to equip that. Just do it now. Because, the shot's a bit weird. It can raise it. I noticed that, I noticed it when I was doing the... For some reason it just raises sometimes, even though you're not looking at it. It's a bit weird. Not that I'm complaining, mind you, but hey. Handgun bullets. Okay, so grab those. Do this as quickly as we can. Grab hold of our herbs. Green herb. Green herb. Made rounds as well. Grab hold of those too. Hope my computer's not gone to standby yet. I put it to like about 3-4 hours before it went to standby, so it should be alright. Push this all the way up until you can't push it any further. Push it inside, and we do have all the equipment that we actually need. I don't think we need anything. Come on, Claire, cooperate. Quick check. We're fine. All you need, grenade launcher with the barrel gas rounds, some additional rounds as well, and a bit of health just in case. But you should be fine. Take ages to get up here. Look, that's 20 seconds of my life I will never get back.
I will not.
That's Alfred / Alexia / Psycho Man. Unleashing the tyrant on us. We don't need to see that. Got Worm, which manages to survive the whole self-destruct sequence. I suppose it could burrow into the ground. Shit. No banner snatches here, of course. Look at the tyrant boss fights! Fire the 3 barrel gas rounds. Load up on grenade launcher rounds and finish this sucker off. Am I hitting him? I am now. There we go, dead. There you go, nice and easy. 3 barrel gas rounds, virtually kills him. I mean, you could probably finish him off with the handgun if you really wanted to, but I kind of want to save that ammo. Almost done, folks. Almost done. Not much further to go until we can finally stop and save and take stock and see where we are. We're coming up to 1 hour 50 by my count. I say by my count because video games have a rather notorious habit of counting in different speeds to what us real life humans count. You know, like a second in our time might only be like 0.7, 0.8 of a second in game time. Sometimes it's the other way around, actually, to be fair. That looks pretty alright, actually. Look, just looking at that counter. Yeah, that looks fairly okay. It doesn't look particularly fast or slow, that counter. It looks about right. Yeah. So run on down, head to the airplane, and let's get out of this freaking crazy joint. 2.5 minutes, and I'm just getting into like the penultimate room. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna get in with you with 2 minutes spare here. That's not bad.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
2 minutes 10 for getting back onto the plane. That's not a bad effort, that.
Self-destruct
That's not a bad effort at all.
All personnel. Back.
So we'll get on the plane, tell Steve to get out of here, fly out. Alfred gets pissed, chases us in jet, crash on back of plane, keep skipping cutscenes. We go and investigate. Lots of scenes to skip here. About, you know, we're going to Hawaii. There's Alfred there. Going to get his plane. Keep skipping. That's us deciding to go to Hawaii, and then the whole plan getting delayed because of a noise in the back. Okay. Nice and quickly then, folks. Drop that. Drop that as well. Drop that. Grab hold of bowgun, dual looming case, bowgun powder. Combine that. No, I don't care what it is. Combine, combine, combine. Tool of destruction acquired. I tell you what, folks, we might well just manage the 2-hour mark. Which, considering I made a couple of errors here and there, is actually not too bad. Boss fight time. I've been told a quick way of doing this is just to shoot the tyrant now before you skip with the catapult, so just unleash with him. Ow, you bastard. That fucking hurt. Right, that's your lots. Yeah, there's a slightly longer stagger there, eventually. So it's about like 26, 27 bowgun bolts. Suddenly there's like a much longer stagger, where it just staggers back more than usual. So that must be the point where it's ready to actually be ejected from the plane. Nice and easy. Head back inside. Keep slamming the select button. Save data. Save data. Nice and quick save data, because you're still being timed, as far as I'm aware. Save, save there, data 6, save, 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 and you are done. Whew! That is your lot, folks, for part 1 of this A-rank run-through for Let's Play Resident Evil Code Veronica X. Whew! Crumbs. Well, that was, oh, not too bad. What's our time here? I've got a mine, an hour 54. So, just under the 2-hour mark, which is pretty good. If you go by splitting it in half, halfway mark is 2 hours 15 each. So, in that respect, I'm running with about 20 minutes extra for the second half of the game. Which is pretty good, folks. And I would say that's probably what you're looking for, about 2 hours. Once you start running more and more and more onto that, you are cutting things finer and finer. You know, Claire's, the first half is not too bad. It's reasonably simple, actually, all things considered. It's the second half of the game that can be quite nasty, and it's that one that you kind of want to make sure you've got a little bit of extra time for you, just in case things go a little bit awry, which they can do, you know, with hunters, sweepers, all that sort of stuff. It can get very nasty, folks. So having a bit of extra time does help. But that is the first half of the game done, folks. Like I say, any questions on anything you've just witnessed, please ask me. I will let you know. I'll respond, give you my best opinion, whatever you want to call it. But you're looking for probably about 2 hours. I've managed 154 myself, so that's all right. That's about what you're looking for. And yeah, folks, if anyone could be anything to do it much faster than that, well, obviously there's a few bits I did, but you don't have to do. But to be honest, I don't think there's really anything there which I did which felt kind of unnecessary. Bar the odd occasion of, like, you know, I mean, you could remember what the code is in the back of the palace. you know, a couple bits in here. It would probably save you maybe a few minutes or so, but there's not much in it. There's not much in it, folks. So, I thank you for watching the first half of this A-Rank run-through. I hope I've been slightly entertaining for 2 hours of your life, which you will never get back. I must warn you. And, well, in the next video, we're going to be taking on the second half of the game, decidedly tougher. And a little bit, you can lose a bit of time quite easily, especially when you're running through the military facility with Chris. It is quite easy to get a bit lost and be unsure as to what's best to do first. To know what the best order is of doing things in there is certainly something I would recommend watching through and making a couple notes of what to do there first before you do anything. But that's how I generally do it. Run through prison, run to palace, get the stuff there to head to the airport, do that, do the entire military facility in one go, and then you can run off to the private residence, get the stuff back for the palace, back to the prison, do the little doctor's quarters, back to the private residence to finish up in there, back to the airport, fight the 2 tyrant boss fights, and you are done. That is probably the first half of the game in a nutshell. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time.